A COVID outbreak, a Thanksgiving game postponed, teams cleaning house, and a week of firsts for women in sports. I'm Stephanie Fonseca, and here is what you missed this week in sports. Messi paid tribute to the late Maradona after scoring in Barcelona's win over Osasuna this past weekend. Tributes have been pouring in for the late legend Maradona after he died from a heart attack last Wednesday. Besides Messi, Pelé also took to Twitter to express his sentiments on the sad news. He went on to say, "I have lost a dear friend and the world has lost a legend. There is a lot more to say, but for now, may God give his family strength. One day, I hope we will play football together in the sky." On a lighter note, it was a week of many firsts for women in sports. For starters, during this past week's UEFA Champions League game, Stephanie Frappart became the first woman to referee a men's Champions League game when she oversaw the Juventus versus Dynamo Kiev game on Wednesday. And that wasn't her only first. She was also the first woman to referee in a League 2 game, League 1 game, Europeans Super Cup final, and men's international match. Then Sarah Fuller, a soccer player for Vanderbilt, became the first woman to play in a Power 5 college football game as kicker. Although some clowned her kick, it was a strategic play designed by Vanderbilt. But make no mistake, Sarah has a cannon on her. She posted this clip to her Twitter captioned, "I'm just going to leave this here." A day later on Sunday, another first. Callie Brownson for the Browns became the first female positions coach in an NFL game as she stepped up to the plate as a tight end coach, replacing Browns tight end coach Drew Petzing. However, that wasn't the only news swarming the NFL this week. Actually, there was more news about what went on off the field than on it. For starters, Thanksgiving wasn't great for everyone, especially the Lions, as they got blown out by the Texans 41-25. And that became the last straw for the Lions as they announced that they relieved head coach Matt Patricia and general manager Bob Quinn from their duties shortly after the loss. But the Lions weren't the only team to clean house. The Jaguars also dismissed general manager Dave Caldwell as they were the second team out of playoff contention right after the 0-11 New York Jets. Speaking of homes, the San Francisco 49ers are left without one as Santa Clara County announced rules Saturday that include a 3-week ban on practices and games for contact sports starting Monday. The rules also require players to quarantine for 14 days anytime that they travel more than 150 miles out of the county. However, the 49ers are homeless no more as they will be playing in the State Farm Stadium, home of the Arizona Cardinals, for the next 3 weeks. And for the story that left people wondering if the NFL was going to have its first canceled game due to COVID. The Ravens versus the Steelers was a roller coaster ride, and no, I'm not talking about the game. Last Wednesday, the Ravens had what was the beginning of a huge COVID outbreak that affected all running backs, tight end Mark Andrews, quarterback Lamar Jackson, and 12 others. But the Steelers also had a player and coach test positive as well. So the game went from Thursday to Sunday to Tuesday and then pushed to Wednesday afternoon as NBC was committed to broadcasting the 88th Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting ceremony on Wednesday night. In a rare sighting, the tree lighting trumped primetime football. And today marks 19 days until the NBA is back, and the opening night doubleheader has everyone talking. We will have the Nets versus the Warriors and the Lakers versus the Clippers. But opening night isn't the only thing keeping people talking. The NBA also released their tentative Christmas Day schedule, and the lineup is as follows. We will have the Pelicans at the Heat at 12 p.m. Eastern, Warriors at the Bucks at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, the Nets at the Celtics at 5 p.m. Eastern, the Mavericks at the Lakers at 8 p.m. Eastern, and the Clippers at the Nuggets at 10 p.m. Eastern, Christmas Day. Although the NBA has been quiet for about a week, that all changed when Woj broke the news that Houston has agreed to trade Russell Westbrook to Washington for John Wall and a first-round pick. So, which Christmas Day game are you the most excited for? Leave your take in the comment section down below, and I will see you back here next week for your weekly sports update.